Zara Tindall got the most important role next to the Queen's coffin. Bedevil Meg complete for the darkest storyline. The siblings, whose parents are Princess Anne and Captain Mark Phillips, appeared for the vigil at Westminster Hall along with their 6 cousins. Zara stood in the lower right corner of the Queen's coffin, while Peter stood on the lower left. All the commenters said, "I wish I was doing it right." Zara and her brother were standing next to William, not Harry. And yes, Zara would make a great working queen. It was the winging Jing who wanted to wear his uniform, not that Charles asked him to wear it. I wish Sarah was a working royal. She has presence and personality. She would be a great asset to William. I know Mike is a bit one, but he is personable and has a lot of personality too. He would be a great support for Zara. During the vigil, Zara stood at the foot of the coffin alongside Prince Harry and Lady Louise Windsor, daughter of the Earl and Countess of Wessex. Meanwhile, Peter stood on the other side of the Duke of Sussex alongside James Vicar, 7, and Lad, Louise's younger brother. Prince William led the royal party into the hall where the Queen is laid out before her funeral. After 3 blows with a soldier's sword, the royals stood almost in silence, watching as members of the public floated by. At around 6:15 p.m., another 3 rats of the sword were heard and the Queen's grandchildren left the room. Princess Anne's children were last seen at the Queen's procession on Wednesday, as she made her final journey from Buckingham Palace. During the ceremony, Zara was spotted shooting at her husband, ex-rugby professional Mike Tindall. A Lucasi seemed to break the silence that reigned during the service. Kate Mancy, deputy editor of the Mail on Sunday, said that as the procession drew closer we obviously couldn't see them in the hall, but we could hear the bells ringing and the drums getting closer, and there was total silence in the hall. There was a moment of hilarity as Mike Tindall cleared his throat and Zara sort of gave him a look. The Queen's grandchildren followed in their parents' footsteps, who held a similarly powerful vigil. On Friday night, King Charles, the Princess, Royal Prince Andrew and the Earl of Wessex attended the vigil as the public slowly walked past them. The queues to see the Queen's coffin as it lies in the state at Westminster have grown for miles, with massive waits to get in. King Charles and Prince William surprised royal mourners today when they made an impromptu stop near Lambeth Bridge to meet people in line. Princely vigils are occasions when members of the royal family are guarded by the late monarch during their tenure. This previously happened for King George V in 1936 and the Queen Mother in 2002. However, both occurrences featured only male members. Zara made history tonight alongside Lady Louise and Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie by becoming the first female grandchildren to stand guard. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex found out through reading press reports that they were not invited to a state reception at Buckingham Palace for heads of state and foreign royals. Sources claim that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who stayed in London after the death of Queen Elizabeth II, were first invited and then reportedly banned from attending a Sunday event at Buckingham Palace. The alleged excuse is that the occasion was for working royals only. Harry and Meghan have yet to comment on the allegations. DailyMail.com have reached out to representatives of the Duke and Duchess for comment. Harry and Meghan did indeed get the invite and no one told them they weren't invited, a source told Page 6. Another added, "I'm told they only found out by reading press reports that they weren't invited."